highlights of Hawaii, and that is a movie tour of Kauai, which I did on my last full day on this beautiful island. The first location we were to visit was this beautiful waterfall, which apparently was used in the opening titles to the 1970s TV series Fantasy Island. I've never seen it myself personally because I'm too young, but some of our older viewers might have. This is a location where the gates from a very important movie were filmed. Can you guess which film it is? Here's some video footage from that film to give you a clue.
The appropriate information will be automatically selected and displayed for you.
Hey, look!
Simply touch the area of the screen displaying the appropriate icon.
Are we gonna hit that?
Welcome to Jurassic Park.
What do they got in there? King Kong?
Yes, you guessed correctly. It's the gates from Jurassic Park.
Everything they built for the movie they tore down. That's the law in anywhere you build, kind of put something down, put the rail there so it looked like a real road.
They ripped down all kinds of stuff.
Circle, and you could almost feel the wall. That's how close he was.
Who did you fly with yesterday?
Halo.
You can see the gates as they were in the film, in the insert, and this is what this location looks like today. And as our guide said, any structures made for films have to be taken down afterwards. It's the law. Getting into the bus to go on to our next location, which is Fern Grotto. That's where Elvis filmed Blue Hawaii. Since I'm not an Elvis fan, I've never seen the film, so I had to take their word for it, that the movie was filmed here. And here's where we stopped for lunch, on a beautiful beach called Lydgate, with the birds looking for little morsels that we might have left. And as we look at these two beautiful cardinals searching for food, I can tell you that this beautiful beach was located 3 miles south of Kappa on the eastern side of Kauai. An absolutely beautiful day on a sun-drenched Hawaiian beach. I'm now filming the picnic tables where we had lunch and the people walking back to our vehicle to move on to our next location, which is this tree. But it's not from 1936 South America, since it's a clip from Indiana Jones and Raiders of the Lost Ark. They're trying to fool you into thinking it is 1936 South America, but in reality it's Kauai. And if you look at this clip now, you'll see the tree in the background, and that's the reason for including this footage, because our next location was to see this tree as it is today.
These people, they try and seek out these remote falls thinking that they'll get the better of all of it. You know, they come down here, they see beautiful falls, and that's about it. They just jump in the water and have fun over there. A lot of times not giving a lot of thought into where the water's coming from.
He took his shirt off and then he started.
Oh, that's cold.
That's okay.
I think the biggest threat to you here, however, is bacteria in the water.
This is the hill that Indiana Jones ran down at the beginning of the film you've just seen, but more of that later. This is also a ranch where you can do tractor-driven covered wagon tours, as seen there. If you remember the 1995 Hollywood film called Outbreak, starring Dustin Hoffman and Rennie Russo, at the beginning of the film there was an African village which was ravaged by a disease. But it wasn't actually in Africa, it was here, in Kauai. So you're starting to see how Hollywood uses Kauai as many parts of the world, including Africa and South America. And on this wind-swept plain, scenes involving herds of dinosaurs were filmed here for Jurassic Park. And in the film, the mighty Joe Young about a giant gorilla, he first appeared coming out of that tree line you can see there. He didn't run to the blue portaloos though, because obviously they were not in the film. And now we go back to Indiana Jones and Raiders of the Lost Ark. And remember from before when I said he was running down that hill? This is that hill, and this is that scene from that film when he was chased by the pygmies. And the reason I'm showing this river is because on our next location stop, this was it. In particular, the famous rope swing into the river. That's what you'll see next. So, as Indiana Jones flies off into the distance, we now actually see that same rope swing he used to swing into the river and to catch the plane to safety.
You weren't watching, were you?
Okay, here we go.
And now you see a comparison between the footage I shot and the actual film itself in the insert. Almost identical, don't you think? This guy, like Indiana Jones, jumped in and made a big splash. And it was all over so quickly, we're going to have a slow motion action replay. And as if by magic, he jumps right back out. Whoosh! And now he jumps in again. And now he jumps back out again. And now at full speed, he jumps back in again. So there you go. That was the location of the Indiana Jones rope swing. And this, where the 1970 film, The Hawaiians, was filmed. It starred Charlton Heston. But don't worry if you've never heard of it, because I hadn't until I went on this tour. I think it was a boring film. What wasn't boring though, was how these wild pigs suddenly came out of the long grass and wanted feeding. And there's one of the many helicopters doing a tour of the island. I went on such a tour, but like I said earlier, I haven't got the footage from it, sadly. And here's a wild peacock grabbing some bread from one of the people in our tour party. And as we look at this long shot of our tour party feeding the animals, the buildings you see in the background were used in the film The Hawaiians. And the pigs are so astonished by that amazing fact, they go back into the bushes. And this is our last location we visited on our movie tour. And now we switch to the beautiful Key Beach, because I forgot to tell you earlier that South Pacific and the Thornbirds were filmed here.